Hey guys, what's going on? It's Rekt Capital and welcome back to the Rekt Capital channel. Thanks so much for joining me in today's episode. Today we're going to be focusing on altcoins specifically because over the past few days and weeks we've been really diving deep into the price action of Bitcoin because of the crash that we've seen, the 53% crash. Well, we haven't really paid much attention to altcoins because they of course have been crashing as well, but they haven't been able to stabilize across any key levels. So today I'm going to talk about 5 altcoins that have shown some sort of signs of price strength confirmation at very key levels, and these will be the levels to pay attention to going forward. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't seen or would like to see more videos like this in the future. Let's dive right in to the update. So we're going to focus on Ethereum first and foremost. Ethereum has had a drastic crash last week, over the past 2 weeks really, but we are seeing some nice relief in the interim as well. But the most important thing is to pay attention to 2021 because we have a multi-month uptrending trend line acting as a support, and of course we see lots of downside wicking below or even just contacting the trend line. So this higher low is an uptrend. This is still a technical uptrend for Ethereum, and Ethereum is holding that technical uptrend very nicely. And not only that, but we're also seeing a technical uptrend in the candle body closes. So this technical uptrend, this higher low relative to the candle closes, this actually started right over here, right? In the context of this candle low already printed a nice uptrend. And we have yet another higher low deviating from overall this 2021 higher low uptrend, but we're also deviating in the candle bodies. So that's great news because we're seeing people really be interested, happy to aggressively buy into Ethereum on these dips. And of course, this was a very aggressive buy-side reaction, especially compared to this one. So we're already seeing great uptrending. The technical uptrend is still intact. And in fact, if we just focus on this key resistance area right over here that plagued Ethereum for multiple weeks, you can see that this area has effectively turned into a support, much like it had right over here. And now we're seeing that as well. So we really need to see how we develop price strength confirmation at around this support region, really, over the coming weeks, days, because at the moment, this technical uptrend is still very much intact, very positive for some initial signs of stabilization. Let's see how it goes. So far, so good. This is the immediate resistance Ethereum is trying to contend with. But the most important thing is to focus on that support region, and so far so good. Let's focus on Litecoin, which has also had a tremendous fall from grace when we set in that new all-time high, apologies, and then really rejected harshly towards the downside. And the thing about this entire crash for Litecoin was that it was technically sound to a certain extent, because if you just focus on this W-shaped formation, which really just kicked off this entire bull trend, you can see that once we topped out for Litecoin, it pulled back drastically to test the top of this breakout structure anyway. So we're already seeing that yes, there was a retest back a few months ago, and now we're seeing a more shallower retest. So that's actually a higher low relative to these two retests. But nonetheless, fantastic buy-side reaction from what is essentially a retest of a macro double bottom structure. And we have to pay attention to these monthly levels. So this is, of course, the monthly time frame. When we looked at Ethereum, it was the weekly. But going forward in this video, we're going to be focusing on the monthly time frame. And these are key monthly levels for Litecoin. And it's already eclipsed this level. And with not many days left until the monthly close, we're inside this range, 162 to 202, roughly speaking. And what would be ideal would be for Litecoin to slink back above $202 and actually monthly close above that. That would be fantastic because we'd actually preserve a lot of the bullish momentum, or at least we'd limit the downside and the capitulation that we're seeing in this sell side candle, and we'd actually mitigate that with some tremendous buy side reaction. So a monthly close above 202 would be a really good sign. That would be an ideal close, but at the moment it does look more likely, at this time at least, that a monthly close will happen inside this $162 to $202 range, which only means that we might be set for some consolidation inside this range, and there won't be a strong recovery anytime soon when it comes to the next week, 2, 3 or so. So that's what I'm looking for Litecoin, this key region really, just to see whether that bullish momentum is there before May closes. But it does look like it's consolidation. But the positive thing is a fantastic retest of a double bottom formation, which actually kickstarted this entire bull run to begin with. So that's Litecoin in a nutshell. Let's focus on Cardano, which has actually formed a U-shaped reversal. Fantastic right over here. This is the top of that U-shaped reversal, because if we focus on the candle-bodied U-shaped reversal top, then we've pretty much cleared that very easily. This is actually the candle top for the U-shaped reversal overall, the wicking top rather. So great to see that after many months, 1, 2, 3, we've been wicking into this resistance area right over here, pressing past this wicking top of the U-shaped reversal, and actually we've managed to still maintain above $1.31. So it's fantastic to see that we're actually above this resistance area. And in fact, on the crash, we were able to retest a key region of support that ADA was actually successfully retesting for multiple months, for 3 months. So it's great to see this sort of buy-side reaction really propel ADA back towards the upside. This is now the real crucial resistance area that ADA needs to break past to try and actually revisit its highs once again and challenge for them. But of course, we do see lots of wicking, historically at least speaking, and now we've got a candle inside this resistance area. So actually, if we manage to monthly close above this red area, that would be very positive towards actually seeing further upside from ADA. But at the moment, this could still very easily turn into a wick. So really important that we just monthly candle close above 131, which is looking very likely at this time. And if we just end up as a wick and close below here, we could see some consolidation once again, of course, with wicking towards this resistance and even downside wicking if there's volatility there. But a monthly candle close above this area would be great. Even a monthly candle close like this would be good as well, because a monthly close here compared to a wicking over here, well, that's a shift in buy side momentum, right? So that would still be a positive close. But at the moment, this is the resistance to pay attention to. This is the support to be paying attention to. And of course, the wicking beyond and below these key levels, because there's been such volatility in the market that I wouldn't be surprised to see volatility either way. But the monthly candle close needs to confirm those trends in particular. Here's Stellar. This thick red level is a major resistance, which is essentially a major resistance and a key validation point for this U-shaped reversal, this U-shaped formation. A monthly candle close above here would be phenomenal to just validate that formation, but doesn't look like we might get that before the end of the month. But we are holding a key monthly region, so essentially Stellar is kind of just, as long as it holds this support, of course, as long as it continues to, it's going to be setting itself up for consolidation before trying to confirm that next trend in June. So not much to say about Stellar. This is the key breakout region for that U-shaped reversal, for the new macro uptrend essentially to be launched, because there is a macro structure setting Stellar up for a nice uptrend, and we just might need to consolidate a bit here before being able to confirm that new uptrend. Of course, those are the key levels I'm going to be watching for. This range essentially from 43 cents to 53 cents. And this is the last coin that I'm going to be talking about in this video, Chainlink. And this is very similar to Ethereum in the sense that it's holding a multi-month trend line, a higher low. And in fact, this candle body right over here is higher than this candle body. So it's not just that we're seeing long downside wicks below this higher low, but we're really forming a higher low altogether. This trend line is supporting a technical uptrend that we're seeing Link enjoy. So upside wicking, of course, is quite likely and has happened in the past. So upside wicking before the monthly close is still possible, but this area overall needs to hold, because previously this was a resistance, as you can see from the upside wicks, couldn't really break to new highs. But of course, in around February, I believe, or March, right over here, this was April, so this is March. March was able to break past this region. Right over here in April was able to retest this region as a support before rallying towards the upside. And now we just need to hold this support region in the higher low. Of course, it would be great to just close above here to preserve that bullish momentum and actually manage, or at least try to challenge once again for these highs. But we're seeing a very recurring tendency where we are at key levels across all these different altcoins, but these altcoins need to just close a little bit higher to be really well positioned for some sort of more extended recovery. But it's not looking likely at this time. Thankfully, there's still many days until the week is in, until the weekly close, but we just have to stay patient and watch out for the crucial levels that are holding at the moment, but whether we can get more than that and actually perform some monthly candle closes above really important regions that would support a bit more of a nice extended recovery. And having said that, guys, that's about it for today's video update. Thanks so much for watching today. Leave a like if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more videos on altcoins and your favorite Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, whatever the case may be. Feel free to subscribe. We're near 20,000 subscribers on YouTube, so let's get there faster, sooner rather than later. I'm Rekt Capital, and I'll speak to you in the next one. Speak to you soon.